Not since Yogi and Boo Boo devoured a picnic basket full of pure methamphetamine has a wild animal gone as wild as the one in our first guest's new movie. She is a human obstacle in the path of Cocaine Bear. It opens in theaters Friday. Please welcome Keri Russell. Man, oh man, I bet you can feel the excitement for Cocaine Bear, can't you?
I mean, who wouldn't be excited for Cocaine Bear?
When they called you and pitched you on this idea, did they know what the title was going to be?
I mean, honestly, the title, they actually made this movie and kept that title.
Of
it's
course.
So good.
They had to.
I know, it's so good. And when Liz pitched it to me, I mean, it was like the height, Liz Banks, who directed it, it was the height of COVID and just like the seriousness and the whole world was broken. And I was like, what movie are you making? But you know what, that's exactly why I said yes, because it was like the only movie to make during that time.
It hit you just in exactly the right way. If there were awards for movie titles, which by the way, there should be.
This would be it.
This would be the winner of the decade, probably.
Cake. I know, I love that everyone's, you know, it's award season, and I love that we're here promoting Cocaine Bear.
Well, unfortunately, it's out of the window of eligibility for the Oscars this year, but next year for sure.
Who knows? I'm gunning for it.
I was thinking about it. I think there were only two other movies whose titles fall in this category. One, of course, being Snakes on a Plane, which was like, when you heard the title, you're like, well, yes, I'm definitely going to go see that. Yeah. And then there was Sharknado, which was a TV movie.
I have no idea what that is, but
You don't know what Sharknado is?
No.
Oh,
but I'm gonna know what it is.
Wow. Well, it's about a tornado that had sharks in it. And the tornado would strike, and then people would be eaten by the sharks.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't know Sharknado.
That sounds scary and exciting.
You don't have a basic cable subscription, huh? The world premiere of the movie was last night, right?
Yes, we went to the premiere. Yeah.
Downtown LA. How was it? How did it go?
It was great. You know how in premieres a lot of times the actors have seen it in screenings or whatever, so you go to dinner or something with your friends.
Yeah, they come, they walk the red carpet, and then they make a hard left turn and go to dinner.
We're like, see ya. But this is such a movie that you do want a communal, ecstatic, crazy experience in the theater. So Banks, we were like, we've got to go see it with the crowd. And it was so fun to see it in this huge crowd of people. I mean, it goes there. This film, you know, there are kids, 12-year-olds, finding cocaine.
Yes, in the woods.
Doing it.
Yes. Yeah, that's, that's one of the crazy things that happens, There's a lot of bear-eating people. I don't know what
It is so gory and so crazy and so ridiculous and fun.
Was anyone not high in the theater last night?
I hope not.
Will you go see it? Now, that's a Hollywood premiere. It's a little bit different than a regular. Yeah. Will you go see it in a real theater with moviegoers?
I am bringing a pack of wild teenagers to my Brooklyn theater on Friday night.
You are?
And I want, like, people talking back. I want drunk people going, oh, my God, he's eating his face off. Like, I want all of that.
Have you ever experienced a movie like that before? You've never been in a movie like that before, right? Like, that's just wild.
Felicity was a little different than that.
It's not...
A little different.
Not Felicity-esque.
No, a little different.
Who are the teenagers you're bringing? Your own?
I'm bringing my son and a pack of his friends and some of the moms, which the kids call us Moms Gone Wild.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do they call you that?
Well, I guess because we're wild.
You're gone wild?
Yeah.
Do you really go wild? What's wild?
Well, I think Matthew, my partner, would say, you know, like we meet at like 11 for a beer, and then I go, I'll be back and I'll make dinner or whatever at 5, and then he calls my friend Molly and goes around 7 and says, hey, is Keri coming home? Or should I expect her in a couple days? Or is she coming home for dinner? It just happens. It escapes us. Time escapes. Moms work hard.
Do you come home when you get that call, or you?
Yeah, I race home drunk on my bike.
I see. Is that legal to ride a bike drunk?
In Brooklyn it is.
In Brooklyn it is, yeah. What's the biggest movie premiere? Because you've been in some really big movies. What's the biggest one you've been to?
I feel like Mission Impossible was like
Oh,
the biggest.
right,
Back
yeah.
when the movies were like big, you know, things are different now.
Where
But
was that movie
I
premiered?
think the premiere was in well, it was in many places, but the first big one was in Rome, and it's
Wow.
you know a giant Tom Cruise movie. I was barely in it. I died pretty quick. Epic death though. The way it works is for those giant premieres, they they go to multiple cities. Every day you're in a new city, and so a lot of people, actors, bring like a makeup artist and a stylist, and I was like, I don't want any of these people I don't know. I'm going to bring like my boyfriend. So I brought my boyfriend instead of one of those people, and it was so fun. And we went to Rome, and I have to admit, Tom Cruise was very nice to my carpenter boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Spent all this time talking to him. Yeah.
He's always nice to everybody.
He really is.
Yeah.
Like, he was so nice. But it was crazy. It was such a big premiere that even like, other than the giant premiere, the night before you have a different big party. And it was like at some place where I was sitting there on this like weird sofa, and Philip Seymour Hoffman was there because he was in that movie too. And these crazy naked dancers came out with like painted body makeup, and they were crawling like cats. And Philip Seymour Hoffman and I were just looking at each other. He just kept going, "This is fantastic. This is fantastic."
That's when
I
you
was
stop
like-
to appreciate
Yeah.
what's going on around you.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It was.
I would have
It was
thought
crazy.
Star Wars would have
Well,
been
I mean,
your
Star
answer.
Wars was amazing. I mean, it was so cool. One of the big premieres was in London because they shoot, you know, Pinewood
Right.
there. And one of my Mom's Gone Wild pals, Andrea, was like she's a coder, so she's like a big, you know, Star Wars fan from a young age. And I was like, "You've got to come to the premiere." So they flew.
You brought a wild mom to the premiere.
I brought a couple. I brought two. My Mom's Gone Wild, and at one point at this fancy premiere, Bob Iger, who's this handsome, very amazing head of Disney,
Yeah, he runs Disney
powerful
for them.
guy.
Yeah.
I look over, and one of my Mom's Gone Wild, or I think both of them, are talking to Bob Iger at the bar, and I was like, "Ooh, ooh." Rein it in, ladies, rein it in. They were great. They were
No
great.
trouble?
No trouble
No?
that I know of. Yeah.
They, other than Bob, they behaved
They
themselves?
behaved themselves.
All right.
Bob
Wow.
seemed pleased. Yeah.
Wow, I got to get in this Mom's
Yeah.
Gone Wild group.
It's a good
Sounds like
group.
there's a lot of fringe benefits.
It's a good group. Good group.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're
Okay.
going to see a clip from, could be the movie of the year, Cocaine
think
Bear.
so.
Keri Russell is with us. We'll be right back.
Listen to Kendry. Have you ever done cocaine?
What? Why do you ask?
Just wondering if it has long-term side effects. For the bear, of course. If it just did a little bit.
Well, it could create a habit for the bear.
What if they never want to do it again?
Oh, then it should be fine. But Mama Bear and Papa Bear would be very angry because drugs, especially cocaine, are very, very bad.
What if they would never find out?
Oh, Henry, we always find out.
That's true, Henry. Remember that, Henry. Keri Russell is here. That is a bearless scene from Cocaine Bear. That kid, how old is that kid?
Little.
Little.
Too young to be doing cocaine.
Yeah, definitely too
Yeah.
young for cocaine. Yeah. Did he have any idea what was going on
About that?
about any of this? Will he see the movie, do you
I'm
think?
sure they'll see the movie.
He wasn't invited to the
Yeah.
premiere?
It's rated R, and I do understand that I'm taking my 15-year-old to a rated R movie.
Yeah, but you're allowed to, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're with a parent, you can go see the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, you're not gonna.
I mean-
probably won't get arrested. Although if you do, it'd be great publicity.
It
for the
would.
movie. Yeah.
It would. It would be really good, Brooklyn. I'm like, he can see this movie.
You
Yeah.
being led away, and it's based on. And I know this is
True.
going to sound like a joke, but it's based
I know.
loosely on a true story.
And the true story part of it, which is like the drug drop gone bad in the woods, and they drop drugs, and then the guy ends up killing himself or dying. Matthew actually plays in the movie. My
Matthew
partner,
Reese,
Matthew
your husband,
Reese,
yeah,
yep.
your partner,
And what happened was when Banks told me about this script, we were getting all ready. We shot it in Ireland because COVID. All right, I love Ireland too. Okay, great. We shot it there because COVID numbers were really low there. They had done a good job. And so we were all getting ready to go, and Matthew was reading it thinking it was so funny. And he said, "Hey, who's playing this guy at the beginning?" And I said, I don't know. And he goes, text Banks and tell her I want to play that part. And I was like, okay. And he goes, no, text her right now. Like, I want to play it. So I texted her, and she said, okay, fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she sent the other actor home? Yeah, and Margot Martindale, who was also on The Americans with you, has a big part in the movie as well.
I feel like is MVP of this movie. She is the best thing of the whole movie. And so when Banks told me about it, that same day, Margot texted me and said, are you doing this movie? And I was like, are you doing this movie? Like, what is that? And I was like, now I'm definitely doing this movie.
Yeah.
And so it was Margot and I and Matthew and Jesse Tyler Ferguson being so stupid.
Yeah, Jesse is funny in it too,
In the woods. I mean, we were having so much stupid fun. Doing dance routines in the woods, just me trying to not pee my pants in that pink jumpsuit.
And your kids, I know you're taking them to see this, but have they seen your other stuff? Like, have they ever watched Felicity or?
So I have a 15-year-old boy, I have an 11-year-old girl, and I have a 6-year-old boy. And my daughter, like about a year ago, and she's kind of mature for her age, and and she was kind of bored one day, and I said, hey, you know, Willa, I did this show about this college girl, and you might think it's cool. It's really sweet. And so I showed it to her. I put it on, and I like downloaded an episode from Amazon or wherever you get it these days. And she was like, after about 15 minutes, she turned it off, and she's like, ugh, Mom, that's so cringy.
Oh, really?
She was actually like grossed out by me.
Interesting. That's weird.
I was like, oh, I thought you might like it. She's like, oh, so cringy.
I guess it might as well have been titled like Mom in College or something like that.
Like, why would you think I would want to watch your college experience making out with weird boys and stuff?
Yeah, I guess that would be weird.
Yeah.
And well, speaking of, does she know you were in the Mickey Mouse Club? Is that more her speed? Is that
classic? It's a classic, guys. I feel like she might like that. I feel like she might.
She's never seen that.
I don't think so.
It's so crazy, all these people, you and, Justin Timberlake, and Britney Spears and Ryan Gosling.
Like actually talented people were in it.
Yeah, well.
Other than me, like literally talented people.
Well, let's not sell yourself short, Keri.
You showed me many things, plenty of hard times, then I gotta tell you but the hard way. No, that's too strong to fall. She's not an adequate shot for me.
So good.
Little did you know what you would show me.
I get it. I mean, it's amazing.
How much would Willa like that?
I mean, it's obviously that my rapping talent is incredible.
Yes, you got out of the rap game after that, huh?
Yeah, I might get back in. I might get back in.
Well, in the 90s, it was dangerous, you know, where there were those East Coast, West Coast battles going on.
There was, yeah, that's true.
You could have wound up, who knows what could have happened.
Oh, my God. And that hair, there was a lot of hair happening.
Yeah, well, it was a time of much hair. It was a
Yeah,
time of great hair. Well, the movie is called Cocaine Bear. I'm sure you'll be seeing it with your friends. It opens in theaters Friday. Keri Russell, everybody. Thanks for being here.